Dude, this is Jesus. Wait, it's actually longer than I remember this morning. Jesus. Yeah, he did after losing 0-2 to Genji. It was after game 1? Guys, was this after the series or was it in the middle of the series? The guy tweeting this is completely ill, yes. It's an LPL and a Tate fan. The guy is a totally garbage human. Yes. I totally agree. There's a guy showed Faker's fail plays which lead him to do this. I don't know if I'm allowed to share a link. Oh, okay. I mean, I'm just curious the timeline, right? Like, if he's doing this in the middle of the series or if it's after the series is over and he's just... Because, like, why would they be reviewing the game immediately after the series on camera? It doesn't make any sense. But yeah, I mean, this guy is absolutely cooked in the head. I think, regardless if it happened between game 1 and 2 or after the series is over, it's, like, really sad that Faker is, like, so mentally distraught. It's fucked up, dude. It seems like I don't know. Everyone's watching intently the screen, and Faker feels like obviously really frustrated and upset. So he just and then they like turn their attention to him. And Guma's actually a real homie for grabbing him and stopping from doing that. Guma actually has like great instincts. I mean, he's a real good friend. Let's see. Context behind the shocking Faker clip.
Don't look like light nudges either. As you can see by the way his hair moves in the clip, it seems like there's a lot of impact, making this more concerning. I'm also going to add in some of the clips here that may have led him to be frustrated, which because of the clip, I can only deduce that he blames on himself. Now there's a few of these that aren't really that game breaking or losing in either.
So this is between game 1 and 2 in that case. That's what they're doing the review. Damn.
Isolation, some being worse than others, but I'm sure these would be weighing a lot heavier on Faker himself. They're just not really nice plays to make, and if you make a few of them subsequently, the frustration would just build. In the first game, at around 28 minutes, a team fight breaks out mid where Faker chases Canyon pretty far into the jungle before missing an easy Valkyrie to rejoin the fight. Again, nothing major, but Faker himself would think otherwise.
Oh yeah. Dude, if he misses this Valk, oh man. Wait, what? That was a good Valk. I'm confused what he's saying. Oh. Oh.
At around 35 minutes, T1 have a pretty commanding lead.
Oh, I see. He got the kill, but
Scoreline being 14-6 and up by a dragon. But Genji recognized Faker is flashless and pounce on a misposition.
Ornaments, as Faker's just gonna be caught out and just killed. Down he goes, right as I was saying it. Genji trying to fight their way back into this game.
And probably the biggest mistake of this game was at a team fight at 39 minutes where Faker valks straight into a fight and gets instantly picked.
Yeah, they're trying to isolate this front line actually, trying to get on top of the Mordecai.
oh no.
Toby will take him down and punish Faker in the mid lane as now Zeus has to go into this one. We do have a sleep as well.
Oh no.
The damage, but this front line is just so tanky. Owner though, gonna go golden. Is it enough as Guma soloing down Keen? It's a very close fight, but at the end of the day, you see Chovy and you sound no, he is actually going to live somehow. Genji take game 1 in 42.
Yeah, he was late to the fight. So honestly, this one, it. Hold on. I'm trying to watch like the actual.
Actually, straight into a fight and gets instantly picked.
Yeah, they're trying to isolate this front line.
I can't tell if this is like a bad decision or literally a fat finger. It's a bad angle, right? I can't tell where he started the Valk. I'm gonna assume because Valkyrie's like 3 Valkyrie's like 3 sections, so he's on the 3rd section right now. So basically, like right here where my mouse is where he started the Valkyrie. It's hard to tell from this position if it's just a bad Valk or if he literally just like didn't mean to press the button, right? Because like it's really easy to roll your fingers. I'm not pretending that this isn't a game losing mistake, by the way. I'm not like one of those crazy cobras that's like, it's okay. That's a fine mistake to make. It's not a fine mistake to make, but try to understand why the mistake happened. Because sometimes you roll your finger when you press RE together as Corki and you roll it too hard and you fat finger your W. Because like think about how Corki actually like pushes buttons, you know? No, he didn't do that. He RW'd intentionally. His Valk wasn't even on at the time. He Valked after. He did RW, so it was just a bad decision. It wasn't a fat finger. If it was a fat finger, what you would see is
gets instantly picked.
If it was a fat finger, what you would see is like he'd be pressing R. His E would already be out because it's like you're like rolling your finger that way. So you press like REW and you're like, fuck, I pressed W as well. I only meant to go RE. But no, his Valk's not on. His Valk's not on.
Actually trying to get on top of the Mordekaiser, but now Faker gonna go into the fight and immediately just die as Toby.
So yeah.
Gonna go Gen G.
Ended the game on. So
in 42 minutes.
That lost fight led into a Baron for Gen G, which they then ended the game on. So pretty frustrating considering this game was so heavily in the favor of T1 earlier. Let's continue on to game 2. At 17 minutes, Faker mismanages his cooldowns, leading into Owner being picked when trying to save him.
This one goes a lot better than what happened with Hayes.
Faker? Okay, well that was, yeah, that wasn't it. And he might die, as now he doesn't have a dash. Here's Owner trying to save him, and you know what? Maybe we'll be able to, as now it's just Owner going to give his life for him.
Yeah, he got Owner killed there.
At 27 minutes, in contest of Baron, Faker dives into the enemy team looking for a pick. This isn't that bad, like, Hayes died for it, but Faker's probably worth more alive, and I assume he was going for more. I don't know, it kind of just looked like a misplay to me.
Going to be used, Carrier trying to punish, not going to catch him. And so, Keen kind of finding out the amount of damage that T1 does have when they engage, but now Lahens gets in there, and Owner in a
that was just a
spot as Singles Faker, he's going to get the drop on a pace as they throw everything into the Zeri. That is a huge catch, but now Faker will go down, and Lahens is kiting this one out, and he will be able to help, but to potentially survive as well. Look at the health bars here.
And at 31 minutes, following a Gen G Baron, Faker tries to Shurima shuffle, but Pays just vaults it, and it hits nothing. Following this play, the game is ended by Gen G.
Almost checkmated in this game, it feels like.
Uh-oh, the Saya gets engaged on. There's the Featherstorm. That's early as now Lahens. Faker looking for it, just going on a crazy re-sway. I don't even know what that was.
That one was really bad. Let me see this one.
In a bit of a rough spot as Singles Faker, he's going to have when they engage, but now Lahens gets in there, and Owner in a bit of a rough spot as Singles Faker, he's going to get the drop on a pace as they throw everything into the...
He's just playing bad.
Just going on a crazy re-swing the cannon here. Nice Sonya's actually, a lot of damage.
So he played bad and he's like hella frustrated, but I don't think I've ever seen anyone that mentally distraught in the middle of a series. He must be going through a lot.
Oh my god!
Rest following this incident. I also want to say, if anyone has any further context or information they'd like to share, please comment it below and I'll be sure to pin it. Thank you in advance for that. Anyway, that's all for now. I'll see you guys in another...
Dude. Yeah, that's brutal. I mean, I like this guy's videos. Is a quick 5-minute video covering the topic and gave context. I've never heard of this guy before. Rival, yo, I'm gonna fucking drop him a sub. It's a good video. I skipped the first like minute because I really didn't want to watch this again. It's just really uncomfortable. But yeah, that sucks for Faker. I think the expectations when you're Faker versus like being like any other pro player is so high. So if you make like any sort of mistakes, especially if you throw like that, if you like misplay that emphatically, and it's against like your longtime rivals, like the guy you're always being compared against. So Chovy, you know, Chovy surpassing Faker is like kind of like a narrative within the community. I'm sure it's even a bigger narrative in Korea. But even as like Western fans, we see it all the time. Like, you know, is Chovy gonna surpass Faker's legacy? You know, like is Chovy like they're always being like pitted against each other in some way, and usually Chovy wins. Genji usually beats T1. It's kind of their kryptonite. So I think that plus like the personal expectations of being Faker plus, you know, just like probably just being in some sort of like individual slump, either mentally or like performance wise. They go hand in hand anyways. So if he's in like a personal slump, it's going to affect his performance. If he's in a performance slump, it's going to affect his happiness, right? Like how if you're playing badly as a pro player, especially when you're Faker, how can you be happy? Like it's like so hard to find happiness in that situation. I know I was never happy when I was playing well. Like a prerequisite to me being a happy person was knowing that I was performing. Holding the top 1 spot is always harder than reaching it. Yeah.